Well, the let them theory has taken the world by storm. Have you heard of it? The woman behind it is Mel Robbins. Let them follows her 5-second rule theory.
Now, she's one of the most influential women in the world right now, changing the lives of millions who are feeling stressed, unmotivated and overwhelmed with her simple theories. And I was lucky enough to sit down with her.
Mel Robbins.
By Mel Robbins.
From Mel Robbins.
Mel Robbins is a phenomenon.
It changed my life.
Her podcast has 200 million downloads, the #1 ranked podcast globally, including Australia.
It's time for me to take it. I'm the boss right now.
Best-selling author, speaker and life changer.
I'm just reminding you that you can. I love you.
Her simple let them theory used by millions, including Chelsea Handler to the Kardashians to Oprah.
This is by far just one of the best self-help books I've ever read. It's incredible. I couldn't believe it. Page after page after page after page.
Yes!
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
And today she chats with us.
Hey! Hi! This is such a treat for me, Mel. Quantifying your success in terms of an impact on a person's life, you can't do that. That's really hard. Can you just describe what let them is? And if everyone embraced this, Mel, how could it possibly change the world?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. Thank you for trying the theory. The theory is very simple. Anytime when you feel a little stressed out or worried or frustrated, it's usually almost always in regard to what other people are doing or saying or thinking, just say, let them. And when you say let them, this weird thing happens. You immediately feel like this internal release valve. You're standing in a long line. The cashier's taking too long. Let them. Your mother's disappointed you can't come to supper this week. Let her be disappointed. And you'll start to realize, wow, as I say let them and I detach from the need to control everybody's mood or their opinions or expectation or traffic, I'm recognizing that I actually allow the outside world and other people to stress me out. So that's step one. The real power of this theory is actually in the second part where you say, let me. See, the world today is designed to steal your time and your energy. No matter what's happening, your power is in your response. And so at this exact moment in time where we all need to be reminded, hey, your attitude matters. You get to choose what you engage in and not. You get to choose whether or not you leave a dinner table or an interview or a date or a text chain. Let people be disappointed or confused or misunderstand you. Let me show up in life in a way that aligns with my values and that protects my time and energy.
How can 2 simple words, let them, be so effective?
I missed a lot of my life because I was always so anxious.
It's in your vulnerability. It's the fact that you put it out there. You say, I behave badly, and you've got self-reflection. How much is self-reflection key to the let them theory?
Well, I am the villain in the book because the entire book are all the mistakes and mess ups and lessons that I learned the hard way. Because look, I've always, like everybody else, don't you want to be more stoic? Don't you want to be more peaceful? Don't you want to let things go and not let the nonsense out there get in here? But when I get upset or stressed out at work, I don't know how to apply philosophical principles. And so I'm really excited for everybody because you don't even need to read the book. You can just get everything you need to know from what we're talking about right now. And what I also love is you can teach this to your kids. So if they're stressed out about things that kids at school are saying, let them say what they're going to say, because you're not allowing it to happen. You're recognizing I can't control what somebody else says, does, feels, and believes. So I value my time. I'm not going to waste time and energy on it.
What do you get out of this, Mel?
I feel like in this moment where there are so many of us that feel overwhelmed by what's going on in the world, that we need a message that is positive, that is hopeful, and we need tools to remind us, do not gaslight yourself. You still have power through your attitude and how you respond to it.
To do all of those great things that you've just talked about, you need motivation. And that's where the 5-second rule can come in.
Yes.
Talk to us about that. What is it?
Yes. Okay. So first of all, motivation is complete garbage because it's never there when you need it. Like, do you feel motivated when you need to go to the gym? No. Do you feel
In
motivated?
fact, it's a
when-
crappy word, actually, isn't it?
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah. Well, because
annoying.
it's annoying, and then you feel like some loser because you can't get yourself to be motivated. And so here's the hack: just count, as dumb as it sounds. Count backwards: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What happens when you start counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then move? Is you move from this part of the brain, your subconscious, where all your patterns run, all the procrastination, the anxiety, the self-doubt, the hesitation, the rumination. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You interrupt it. You wake up this puppy, which is the prefrontal cortex. And because you started counting, it requires focus. By the time you get to 1, momentum is on your side. Move. That's the only formula that I know for changing your life and getting things done.
Mel, such a delight to talk to you. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. And what I like to say is I'm got the easy part. I'm only reminding you that you can do these things, but you get the credit because you're the one who's actually doing them.
Oh, what a fascinating chat.
Yeah, she is just fantastic. And very rarely when you do those interviews is someone able to connect so quickly.
Yeah.
She has
You had
this
that
incredible ability to do that. And if anyone listens to her podcast, she's just so inclusive and so helpful. And yeah, I just adored her. Absolutely loved her.
And it's about building that resilience, and people have really, really seized on that.
Yep.
It's incredible.
And now that you've heard it,
Yeah.
she said you don't even need to read the book, but you can. But it plays on you, you know, when things happen. You just will hear that, let them, let me.
And just on that, her excitement when Oprah endorsed it, she knew that was a gold mine. She, in that
Yes!
moment. Got it.
Totally. She's a very smart woman. All right, let's get the latest in entertainment now. Here's Amelia.